Hello everybody, Danny Shay here on a Tuesday. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, so welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So normally I don't read on Tuesdays, but the energy is we are so anxious, and it feels like I keep saying, turn off the TV, don't watch it. And then what do I do last night? I'm watching the TV, I'm screaming at it. And my wife and I are having challenging conversations. In other words, I'm like, don't talk about this anymore. I can't imagine how people from different political parties are married these days. I don't understand it. My wife and I, we are aligned in the same political views, and yet she's saying, yeah, she thinks Biden should step down. And I'm like, no. And anyway, it goes back and forth, and I'm getting anxious and elevated, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And then the Supreme Court, the best thing about them is they're going on vacation. They can't have any more stupid rulings. And these rulings that they're having, they're supposed to bring clarity for who? They're so unclear. The homeless, where are they supposed to go? Now, if you have a van and you're Clarence Thomas, well, you can go to Walmart and get the Clarence Thomas parking pass for only $9.99. But he doesn't give those out. So you got to have a big $200,000 RV. So where are these people going to go? Now put them in prison? Jeez. They're just not thinking things through. And I agree, maybe it's not for them to think things through. Yes, it is. Who am I? Yes, it is. It's for them to think things through. This doesn't make sense. So, as you can see, the energy levels are kind of off the chart here. So I wanted to look at the Galactic Shaman. I wanted to ask him, her, them. Florida doesn't like me. Ron DeSantis. Him, her, them, us, we. Using all them pronouns. Come on now. So I'm going to ask the Galactic Shaman, what's the energy that we should take away from this crazy time? I'm going to be using my Light Seers Tarot, and I'm going to be covering it with my Beyond Lamuria deck. And the reason I'm using the Beyond Lamuria deck is that there was a Lemurian conference 4 days up there. And one of the speakers was talking about protection and wrapping yourself in this golden bubble or white light or something. She goes, the problem with that is you're keeping everything out and you're not letting anything go out. So you're not letting compassion, your heart space, go out. And we need a lot of compassion in this world. Even to the Supreme Court. We need a lot of healing energy and love to go out to the Supreme Court. We need them to be healed. I want to take them and go, boom, you're healed. But I can't. So, as hard as it is for me to even say that, that's the way that we are going to move past this, in my opinion. Let's just see what the cards have to say. So getting back to that protection thing, make sure that I want to make sure that I am sending compassion and love out to the people that I don't agree with. But when they start coming in with their negative, limited, fear-based information, I want to have that blocked. Okay, let's see what we get. 4 of Cups. This is my crying over spilled milk card. Yeah, but it seems big. Now, personally, I think everything's going to shift with the new Congress, new Senate, and when Biden wins. So, and again, it's all about action. We have to make that happen. We just can't hope and pray. We got to make that happen. 4 of Cups. There is an offer that we're not looking at. Okay. Oof. 10 of Swords. In other decks, we're stabbed in the back. Not this deck. This deck, it's like, okay, let it go. Let it go. Walk away from this pain. Just let it go. Okay. But don't we want to fix it? Well, not according to this card. It says there's an offer that we're looking at, but, you know, we're focused on the 3 cups that are empty and spilled. Walk away from that. Ah, here we go. This is the protection bubble I was talking about. This is at the base of the reading. The protection bubble of the 7 of Wands. Defending yourself. And again, I love this card. This is exactly what I was talking about. So she's got this heart space, but she's in this bubble. So none of these are getting her love, her compassion. So need to poke little holes in that bubble. Gore-Tex, one way. Okay, in the past, we have the 8 of Swords, being really tied up, being really restricted. I'm glad that's in the past. It's, yeah. But that's not who we are. That's the reflection. This is who we are. We're not that tied up. We're not that restricted. At the top of the reading, that oversees everything, that filters down, is the bickering, the 5 of Wands. I pulled this card from my younger brother for his birthday reading in Shasta, and he goes, that doesn't look like bickering or fight or verbal conflict. It looks like climbing up different ideas and reaching the top. I think that's true. So we have a bunch of different ideas that we have to maneuver around to get to, that looks like a little bit of the sun. And the final card I'm going to pull, love it, the Fool, a new journey. So we are headed off into a new journey, hopefully one of positive actions, and we're just not really sure where we're going. But it's a new journey. It's an exciting journey. All right. So let's cover these up with, I'm going to drop this down, and then y'all can see if I make any sense out of this. Let's cover this up with some Lemurian cards. 4 cups. What does Beyond Lamuria want us to see? This feels like 2. Starseed Elemental. Remember who we are. We are starseeds. The Galactic Shaman is reminding us we are starseeds. This is a 3D experience that we're having, and we get focused maybe on the wrong things. It's being challenged by our vulnerability. It's like, ow, I know we're starseeds, but why do we feel this being so vulnerable? Because we are humans on this experience. We are the ones that chose to come down here, to have this experience, to be this vulnerable. Well, can't I just be in this little bubble? That's not what you signed up for. I got the contract. You may go, Danny, what? Yeah, I've got them all. They're in my back pocket. Each one of you, I know what your soul contract is. I'm sitting on them right here. You want me to pull it out? I will. Okay. Sorry. Silliness. Back up. Here we go. Seven of Wands. Heart chakra. Unfurling back to love. And this is what I was talking about with this Seven of Wands energy. We have the heart space here, right? It's shining, but, well, it's really the solar plexus in this card, but it can't get out. Bring it back to showing the love, showing the compassion. The Eight of Swords in the past, feeling all tied up and restricted. Ha! Yeah. Furred and feathered friends. So when I look at this card, for me, this card is reminding me that we are all intraconnected. We are all part of this creation that we've called planet Earth, human life. And being aware that there are many different parts to this existence. There's the tree people. There's the rock people. This one is talking about the furred and feathered friends, but there's even more. There's even more. And when we get quiet and we do some meditations, when we call our power, spirit, departed loved ones, helping guides, those are our spirit team that helps us journey so that we are protected, but that we can discern truth from non-truth. I could do a whole journey on that one alone. All right, the Five of Wands, climbing up the struggles, climbing up the different ways to look at things. Wow. Surrender. This is kind of huge. We're struggling with the verbal stuff, the verbal conflicts, struggling with the challenging ideas to reach the top. And sometimes it's almost important just to meditate and get quiet so we can see what the offer is that's being made. But it feels like, especially moving on to this Fool card, that we're doing too much verbal we're creating too much verbal contrast in our life. That's what it feels like. Just let it go for now. Just surrender to it. Which is why that I don't like to read on breaking news, because it always changes. And especially breaking news is always inflammatory. It's always fear-based. So, enough of that. Let's go into the Fool card. What does the Beyond Lamuria deck have to say that? As we jump off this cliff into this sacred geometric design, the tree of life, the flower of life, I believe that is what it is, holding on to a crystal. Look at that. She is in such bliss, such surrender. I'll do this. She's leaning over the cliff. It's like, yeah. Just the feeling is so cool. And the Beyond Lamuria card is all about gracious receptivity. Wow. So as we jump into this new awareness, be grateful for the receiving of the information that we're getting. So it feels like when I said that, I go, how does that work into this anxiety that I'm feeling with all these SCOTUS rulings, with just this political nonsense that I came back to from Shasta. And it's like, be grateful for this struggle right now, because it's opening up an awareness of things that we need to change, that we will change. Some of us are in the business of change. Some of us get their hands dirty and are working really hard, i.e. the AOCs, the Joe Bidens, the Jamie Raskins, the Hakeem Jeffries. There's many, many others. Others, like I think us, are in the business of changing our vibrational awareness and sending that out. Sending out the imagination of how we want to live on this planet. In love, compassion, not fear and anger. So just imagine that. Shamans create worlds with their imaginations. And the Galactic Shaman says, be gracious for what you're receiving and hold on to your britches. You're about ready to jump into the flower of life. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.